Hi friends, I am back again with a new tutorial. So in this video, I'll be talking about genetic algorithm. So we'll use genetic algorithm to solve traveling salesman problem. This is one of the most frequently asked questions when it comes to machine learning or soft computing exams. So before going through the problem definition, let us quickly go through the genetic algorithm flowchart. So what we do is we start with creating an initial random population of organisms, which is also called as chromosome. Then once we do that, we calculate the fitness for each chromosome. After that, uh, what we'll do is we'll select any two parents for mating, which is known as selection. Then once those two parents are selected, we'll create an offspring out of them using the crossover operator. Then we'll apply mutation to the newly created offspring, and then we'll compare this mutated offspring with the initial random population of organism that we chose. So if this mutated offspring is better than any of the initially randomly selected population, then we'll replace that initially selected chromosome with the newly selected mutated organism. And then we'll continue to do this process all over again until and unless an optimal solution has been found out. So don't worry about selection, crossover, and mutation. You'll get to know about this better once we do the problem. So let's quickly go through the problem definition. So it says, given 5 cities and the distance between every pair of cities, find the shortest possible tour that visits each city exactly once and returns to the starting city. So 1 is connected to 2. So this city 1 is connected to city 2 with a distance of 4. Now let's say if we go through via route 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then back to 1. So this would cost us 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6. This would make a total of 25. So now the objective here is to visit each city exactly once, but we have to do that in the minimum distance. So what we'll do is we'll first of all create the distance matrix so that it becomes easier to calculate later on in the problem. So what we'll do is we'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 representing each city. Similarly, we'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as well. Now city 1 is connected to city 1, is it? City 1 is not connected to city 1 itself, so we'll write 0. 1 is connected to 2 with a distance of 4. 1 is connected to 3 with a distance of 7. 1 is connected to 4 with a distance of 3. 1 is connected to 5 with a distance of 6. Similarly, we'll fill the rest of the matrix. I'll not spend much of the time here. Let's go to the, so we'll use this as the reference, and then we'll use this flowchart as the reference, and then we'll go through each step one by one. So first of all, the algorithm says, create initial random population of organism. So what we'll do is we'll before creating the initial population of organisms, let's see how do you actually represent a chromosome here in this problem. Now depending on the problem, you might represent a chromosome in a different manner, but here since we have to find out the route, so what we'll do is like a route here will be represented as a chromosome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means the tour you go through city, you go from city 1 to 2, 3 to 3 to 4 to 5 to back to 1. So this here becomes a chromosome. So this is completely random. We can select any tour. So here in the problem we have selected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. So again, if we have chosen 1, 5, 4, 2, 3, it means you go from city 1 to city 5 to city 4 to city 2 to city 3 and back to 1. So here if you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 back to 1, so this would cost you 25. So again, you can use the distance matrix that you previously calculated to find out what a distance it adds up to. So similarly, we'll like note down the distances, how much would it cost for each of the tour. Next step in the problem was to evaluate the fitness. So here, if you look at it, like we have to minimize the distance, right? So here fitness will be inversely proportional to the distance between to the total distance, right? So fitness will become equal to 1 by distance, right? So the fitness function becomes a 1 by distance. So we'll evaluate the fitness for each chromosome. So let's write all the chromosomes that we initially selected and the distances. then fitness is simply 1 by distance, right? So what we'll do is fitness is 1 by distance. So 1 by 25 is 0.04. 1 by 23 is 0.0435. 1 by 16 is 0.0625. 1 by 32 is 0.03125. Now here if you look at it, so this 0.0625, this is the higher fitness, right? So this is the best fitness that we have. This is the best chromosome that we have selected so far. Now 32 is, like, if you look at it, the fitness is 0.03125, which is the least out of all selected, right? So this is the worst performing chromosome. So next step in the algorithm, after you have evaluated the fitness for each chromosome, is to select, right? Select two parents for mating. So what we'll do is we'll select this P1, we'll select this one and this one, right? So these two are the best parents, right? So we'll select 14352, 14352 and 13524. Now once you have selected the parents for mating, next step in the process is to apply crossover, right? So here we'll apply ordered crossover. What is ordered crossover is, like, look at it very carefully. We'll choose cut points. These cut points are completely random. You can, in this problem, we have chosen position 2 to 4. You can actually select it from 1 to 3 also. You can select it from 3 to 5 also. So here we have selected 2 to 4. So here we'll select 2. So this is position 2 and this is position 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, right? So what we'll do is we'll copy the segment from P1. So what we'll do is whatever positions that we have selected, we'll simply copy that particular segment from the first parent. So we'll copy 435. So this becomes 435. So the child will become 435. We'll fill these positions later on. We'll fill these positions later on. So next step in the process is read P2 in order. And what we'll do is now since we have selected the characteristics from the parent 1, now we'll come to parent 2. Now here what we'll do is whatever that we have selected from parent 1 already, we will ignore that in parent 2. So here since we have already selected 4 and 3 and 5, so what we'll do is we'll completely remove 4, 3 and 5. Rest we are left with only 1 and 2, right? So we'll now we'll copy these 1 and 2 in order they appear, right? So we get 1 first, so we'll write 1, we'll write 1 here. And since we get 2 later on, so we'll write 2 here. So it becomes 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. So next step in the process is fill empty slots left to right, right? In the order they appear. So the final child that we have obtained from P1 and P2 is 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, right? So next step in the process is once we have applied the ordered crossover, next step is to apply mutation, right? So mutation, what we'll do is in mutation, this is also completely random now. You can swap positions 2 and 5, you can swap positions 1 and 3, you can select any 2 positions and then you can swap those positions. So here we'll swap 2 and 5. So here if you look at 2, so this is 2 and this is 5. So we'll swap these two. So 2 will come here, 4 will go here. So it will become 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. This is after mutation. This is after mutation that we have obtained as 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So now the next step in the process is to evaluate the new offspring, right? So after mutation, what we'll do is we'll evaluate the new offspring and then we'll see if this offspring is any better than the initially randomly selected population of organisms, right? So if you look at it, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, this is ultimately a tour, right? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, and then back to 1, how much would it cost us? You can calculate this using the distance metrics that we made earlier, right? So this becomes 4, 1 is connected to 2 with a distance of 4, 2 is connected to 3 with a distance of 5, 3 is connected to 5 with a distance of 3, 5 is connected to 4 with a distance of 6, 4 is connected to 1 with a distance of 3. So the total distance is 25. So if you go by route 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 1, it would cost you 21, right? Now what we'll do is we'll compare this newly created offspring with the initially chosen population, right? So here if you look at it, 21, you have got 21. Here what you'll do is you will replace the worst performing chromosome with this newly created offspring. So here in this problem, since 21 is better than 32, 21 is in fact better than 25 and 23 as well, but we'll replace 32, right? So next step in the process is replacement, right? So old population was 25, 23, 16, 32. 25, 20, 25, 23, 16, 32. Now replace the worst route. So we'll replace 32 with 21. 32 with 21. So the new population becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So initially random population was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. But this 1, 5, 4, 2, 3 will be replaced with the newly created offspring that was 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So we'll simply replace it with 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. Sorry, here it is, right? So the new population becomes 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So if you look at it, average population quality improves, right? Since you have replaced the worst performing chromosome with the newly created offspring. So if you look at it, so the average population quality improves, right? So what we'll do is we'll keep on repeating the process all over again. So here, once you have selected the next generation, what you do is you check if the stopping criteria has been met or not. If it was not met, then you'll completely repeat this process in a loop, right? So next step in the process is to repeat. So what we'll do is repeat selection, crossover, mutation, evaluation, replacement for many generations, right? Until and unless the algorithm converges and we reach to the best distance possible. So what we'll do is, again, we'll select any two randomly, we'll select two best performing parents. So this time it will be 16 and 21, right? So you'll again select 16 and 21, and then you will repeat the process of crossover and mutation, and then you will compare those with the newly created offspring with this previously selected population, and then you'll perform the replacement again. You will continue to do this again and again until the algorithm converges and you reach to the best route, right? And so there will be one point where you will only be left with the best performing routes, right? So this is what it says. You will repeat selection, crossover, mutation, evaluation, replacement for many generations. Eventually the algorithm will converge and the best route will emerge. So best route here in this case is 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 1. And the distance is 16. So if you look at it, we already have that, right? 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. Or it could be 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 1 as well. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. This time it's like the distance, if you add up, it's also 16, right? So eventually a point will come when you have only 16, 16, 16, 16 in the algorithm, right? In the population. So that's when you know that the best possible solution has been found out. But in the exam, you will only do it for one time. You will apply selection, crossover, mutation, and then replacement, and then you repeat that. You'll continue to repeat this until the best solution has been found out, and you'll have to tell them like which is the best possible tour. So this 1, 4, 3, 5, 2 or 1, 2, 5, 3, 4 here is the best possible solution. So this is the problem on traveling salesman problem that we solved using genetic algorithm. So if you need any other problem, if you need solution to any other problem, or if you want me to upload any other tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you, everyone.